I'm bigcal and welcome to my world. Today, a non-recent video games pickups video. So don't forget to check out the link in the description below for my last recent video games pickups video, which I recorded just before this one but went out a couple of days earlier. Christmas has been gone now for sure. So I'll be doing a what I got for Christmas video in a couple of days time, but for now just want to get all of this out of the way, and then it's just the Christmas stuff, and then I can start fresh in 2020. So firstly, what I got non-gaming wise, a new solid state drive, 500GB, Samsung, is it Samsung? Yeah, Samsung. The 860 Evo. I already had an SSD, but it was only 120 gig, and I only ever had around 3 or 4 gig of space free at any one time. So I decided to upgrade. Black Friday sales, got this nice and cheap, and looked up and asked for some advice, and they told me to get one with a memory cache or something. This one has one, so I went with that. Very nice, and I just basically cloned my previous one onto this one. I couldn't be bothered to reinstalling everything, starting from scratch, just sod that. But yeah, now I have lots of free space on here to do things, and it's nice and fast being an SSD still. Some Blu-rays. Firstly, one of my favourite horror-y type films. I never really see it as a horror film, it's the same. It's also the same with Jaws. I don't know why, I never saw it as a horror film, just as a big summer blockbuster. Weird, but yeah. Anyway, this is Deep Blue Sea, also about giant sharks, except these ones are super smart, because they were injecting stuff into sharks' brains, because that's always a good idea. Yeah, fun film, bit of comedy in it as well, and good action as well. Yeah, but I always liked this, and of course everybody remembers the moment from Samuel L. Jackson in it. Yeah. Okay, next Blu-ray is fantastic film, Snatch, from Guy Ritchie, and this is sort of the follow-up almost of Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. A lot of the same characters are in it, well, a lot of the same actors, are in it, playing different characters, but same thing. We got tons of different groups, all criminals, and they all end up being connected by one thing, which in this case is a diamond. And lots of comedy and hilarity ensues, violence and death, and all the basic kind of stuff, British gangstery stuff. Really, really fun. Yeah, always liked this one. Need to get Lock, Stock as well on the old Blu-ray. Yeah. Next, a lot of people are going to think I'm insane for buying this, but A, it was cheap, and B, I don't hate this film. I enjoyed it at the cinema. I also enjoyed the latest one at the cinema. I went in with low expectations. I think a lot of people went into these films expecting them to be like one of the others in the series. And it's almost impossible to reach those kind of heights in terms of greatness, because one of the previous films in the series is, in my opinion, the single greatest film of all time. So if you went in thinking it was going to be like that, you're insane. I went in just expecting fun films, got that, so yeah. Terminator Genesis. Genesis 3D, but this also comes with just the regular 2D version on Blu-ray as well, and a bunch of special features. So there's the normal 2D Blu-ray and then the 3D one. And it was basically cheaper to buy this version than it was just the 2D version. So yeah, I enjoyed this film. I did. But yeah, is it as good as Terminator 2? God no. Is it good as Terminator 1? No. Is it better than Terminator 3? In my opinion, yes. I enjoyed it. I also enjoyed the latest one, Dark Fate, but yeah, it hasn't done well, so I do hope we stop seeing Terminator films for a while. We just give up on them. Just forget it exists. We've had some greatness with them. Leave it alone now. Stop trying to milk it. And lastly, a wrestling Blu-ray. Very rare to buy anything wrestling related these days, but I was wanting to watch a couple of these matches, and I realised, I don't actually own this set yet. So went looking about and managed to find it nice and cheap, and that is the War Games set, featuring the War Games matches. All the televised ones from the days of the NWA, Jim Crockett promotions, then the WCW ones, and then there's some bonus features We've got some variations of them that they did in ECW and Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Let's see, is it tell you? Yeah, on the inside. Is it just just ECW and Smoky Mountain Wrestling? But the Smoky Mountain Wrestling one is not complete. You joined in progress, like really towards the end, and it's just kind of crappy that way. Has a huge angle after the match, but we don't get to see the actual match, just the finish of it, which is really stupid. But the two ECW ones are in full. Yeah, not really sure why they did that, but yeah, some of those early War Games matches absolutely tremendous. I watched them all except the two ECW ones. I just couldn't be bothered at the time. I was kind of burnt out by then, especially after the Smoky Mountain Wrestling one was just a complete farce by not showing it in full. Yeah, so War Games matches. Moving on now, we have some books. Wow, lots of dust on there. They've just been sat on my floor for ages. So my friend, oh well, there's just a cable for the that was to connect the what do you call it, SSD to USB 3. Basically, so I could plug that one into USB 3 and clone my original one, and then take it out and whatever. Yeah, anyway, so my friend got rid of a bunch of stuff. He's got a kid now, so making space, get rid of junk he didn't need, and had a bunch of books and gave them to me. So first up we have 1,000 Game Heroes. This is a big thick book. So we've got different sections: Legends of Video Games, Fearless Heroes, Licensed Heroes, Fighting Heroes, Magical Heroes, Funny Heroes, Sexy Heroes, Heroes of the Future, Strange Heroes, and Kings of Action. And obviously you've got pictures and things and lots of text. There's Hitman, he's obviously in the sexy ones. Let's see, lots of artwork, lots of people I've never heard of. Skies of Arcadia, I didn't realise that was a hero, I thought that was a game. Yeah, and obviously you got your basic, your Marios and your Mortally Kombat people. Castlevania's talked about there, again not a character but whatever, so that's a nice big thick interesting book. Then we got some Star Wars books. I think, yeah, these two my brother bought me. First, this we got Star Wars, the Ultimate Visual Guide. I own a visual guide for The Force Awakens or The Last Jedi, one of the two, and it's sort of similar to that. Big, hefty book, and obviously got lots of images and information. This just features on all of Star Wars. We've even got some Clone Wars stuff in here, with Darth Maul's brother there. And things, you got General Grievous and things, and what happened, kidnapping Emperor Palpatine, all the way up to a certain famous bounty hunter and things like that. So that's really cool. Lots of awesome pictures and lots of information. I always like information on Star Wars. And then he also got me 30 years of WrestleMania. Got these out of charity shop and basically almost brand new. I think there's like a tear in one of the pages in this, and like that's it. Yeah, so this is a very nice booklet, big thick hardback, lots of information obviously about each and every WrestleMania, which is really cool. Sort of it goes with the little mini guide that came with, there was a mini booklet that came with the Blu-ray of WrestleMania 30 as well, which sort of went through each WrestleMania. This one obviously goes in much more detail, and lots of pictures and things like that. Yeah, so that's really cool, always like that. And back to some more books that my friend Tom gave me, more Star Wars books. We got Star Wars Incredible Cross Sections, Ultimate Guide to Vehicles and Spaceships. Oh, it's a massive book. Let's go in. Oh, we've got that cross section of the Star Destroyer. The artwork is just tremendous. That's really cool. And obviously it tells you all about it and what's going on in there. We've got Starfighters, opens up like that. Lots of information. That's cool. We have Another cross section for just for Attack of the Clones, everybody's favourite. So what have we got in here? Gene Nelson fighter, Owen Lars speeder, yes, that's what everyone wants. Anakin's air speeder, things like that. So again, really cool artwork and gives you lots of information on the vehicles. Just adds to the lore of the series. And then Revenge of the Sith cross sections as well. So let's see, Star Destroyers, fighters, Jedi Interceptors, Tri Fighters, Droid Gunships, Juggernauts, Separatist ships, Grievous's wheel bike. Just seeing if there's a Death Star or not. But I actually have a book dedicated just to the Death Star. Yeah, so that's things like Grievous's wheel ship. That was pretty cool, interesting design. So those are some books, Blu-rays and an SSD for my non-gaming pickups. So that's all from me now. Don't forget to check out in a couple of days time where I'll show off what I got for Christmas. Yay! Hopefully I got some cool stuff. I said Christmas has happened by the time this video goes up, but as I'm recording it, it is Christmas Eve. Oh, what will Santa bring me for Christmas? Fuck all, because he isn't real. I'm just kidding, Santa's totally real. Saw him one time. Yeah, it was claimed he was putting presents under the tree, but I'm pretty sure he was walking out with one. Now I think about it, that might not have been the real Santa. Maybe he was just dressed as Santa to steal things and make it seem like the real Santa did it. I'll have to do some investigation. Anyway, I'm bigcal, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.